Again, thank you for coming. And your visit here reflects a new era
For inviting me.
in our bilateral relations. And as you know, are moving very fast and to the positive direction.
I think so too. I think that today we see the bleak side of all the problems, but we are not at the beginning. And I think it won't take a long time before some of the problems will reach their conclusions, including the tragedy in Egypt, in Syria. I think the building of the government in Egypt after the new elections. I think the young generation in the Middle East will finally win. You know, they say there are two sorts of countries. They call it morning countries and twilight countries. Morning countries is where the population is below the age of 26.
Right.
And twilight is above 56.
56, right.
So we are in the morning. And I'm very glad that we are really opening a new chapter in our two countries. There is much more in common than we have realized. I think the cool period, so to speak, was not justified. It was artificial. We are closer in nature, we are closer in geography, we are closer in spirit. And I think it is for us now to fill it in with meaningful steps, particularly in the domain of science, in the domain of agriculture, in the domain of energy. It's not a small agenda, but a very rich one, and I think the two nations are ready for it. Two nations, and we have also the island in the middle of us, Cyprus, which is the first European island in the Mediterranean Sea, and I hope that the future extension of Europe will be vis-à-vis the Mediterranean, not just vis-à-vis the northern part of Europe. So it's really a feeling of construction, of building, more than argument. I think we can cooperate scientifically, and that can bring serious results in a relative short while.
Thank you for bringing your Minister of Agriculture here with you.
Yes. You know, the Israeli agriculture has yields which is between 5 and 10 times higher in any other country, without having water, without having land. It's an agriculture based on high tech. You know, we export carrots to Russia and flowers to London. A small country. And you have a fertile land. 20% of your land is very good for agriculture. You have water. Israel specialized in water management.
You had desert basically for land.
Yeah, desert, yes. I mean, we have one river, Jordan, that had more history than water. We have two lakes, one dead, the other is dying. So we are increasing the use of the water 6 times by 6 different technologies. For 1 drop of water, we make 6. By recycling, by new systems of irrigation, by saving evaporation, so water will not pass away, by introducing new vegetables and new trees that don't require so much water. And it works, it functions. And I think Greece, which really, because of the mountains, you have tourism, and because of the valleys, you can have agriculture. You can improve both of them.
Absolutely. And I hope that this turbulence in the geostrategic aspect of the region will finally prove positive. We have to be optimistic, otherwise this will create a lot of discontent and problems in the region.
If I were an Egyptian today, and even belonging to the Muslim brothers, Egypt has the following problems. One of the branches in Egypt is tourism. It's either tourism or terrorism. If they want to fight terror, they won't have tourism. It's not nice to say, but if they want to allow the ladies to come with the bath dress they like, they won't come. The other problem they have is the Nile. The population of Egypt has grown 5 times in 50 years. In 1918 there were 18 million people. Today there are 87 million people. There were deficits of water of 10 billion cubic meters. Tremendous. There are another 186 million people who depend upon the water of the Nile. And they wouldn't agree to the old distribution. Because the Ethiopians are saying, well, the Blue Nile is ours. The Sudanese are saying the White Nile is ours. They cannot reach a new agreement. What I think can be done is, instead of fighting for the distribution of the water of the Nile, you can double the product of water by the Nile.